Say hey, Yellow Jacket football fans. Welcome to the Coach Hal Lamb Show. And folks, when I went up to Coach Lamb after the game, he couldn't stop smiling, and I think he's still smiling today. Congratulations on a dominating 24-0 victory over Dalton.
I was really pleased with, obviously, with the way our kids came back from their performance last week. Even though we won the football game, we didn't play up to our standards, and I was really, really pleased with the way we came out and executed the game plan defensively and offensively and special team wise.
Yes, you won all three facets.
Mm-hmm. Yes, we did. It was a total team effort, and I can't say enough about our staff getting them prepared. And I thought offensively we obviously played much better than we did last week. We didn't turn the ball over, and Gavin really played much better this week than he did last week. I thought he did a really, really good job of managing the game.
Showed a lot of poise.
Yeah, that's what he does. Nothing rattles him. He's a very poised football player, and that's what you want at the quarterback position.
And the running game from Mr. Gray, let's forget about the passing stats, which is around 300 yards passing, but the running was quite effective in the second half.
Yeah, he's not the fastest in the world, but he gets enough yards. We kind of compare, some of the stuff we do offensively to Taylor at App State. Taylor's, he's not the fastest in the world, but he does a good job of running their offense and runs a little option and gets yards when they need it, and Gavin does the same for us.
3 to 6 yards of carry on that fake with the running back going one way, and then Gavin pulls it out of his belly and goes the other way. It was quite effective in the second half. I had a little bit of difficulty getting people to admit that, yeah, we controlled the game, but I really wanted to say the word dominate, and I think we did dominate. And just to throw out a couple of facts, we had 39 minutes and 21 seconds of ball control. They had 18 minutes and 39 seconds. In the fourth quarter, when they're trying to come back, they ran 6 offensive plays, and 2 of those were punts.
Yeah, I thought we did a good job of, obviously holding the ball, especially in the fourth quarter. Like you said, they only ran 4 snaps of offense, and we were getting 3 and 4 yards a pop there in the fourth quarter, trying to run some clock, and I thought Gavin, again, did a good job of managing the clock there in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, just outstanding effort. It showed a lot of poise. And as you said, up and down the lineup, the black shirts pitch a shutout. Did you get Coach Hobb the Elder to smile a little bit after the game?
Yeah, he don't smile very often,
No,
but he was smiling last night. I don't know that in my time we hadn't shut them out. I don't know if in many years that they've been playing them have Calhoun ever shut Dalton out, but that's the first since we've been here.
1932.
32, wow.
1932.
I knew you'd look it up.
And they played a 0-0. They played to a 0-0 tie in the 80s, somewhere around 87, something like that. But yeah, it's been since 1932.
I got you.
Yeah, so before you and I were even a sparkle in our parents' eyes. All right, yeah, just you go. Brandon Spector was outstanding. He is turning into a force on the receiving end as he is on the defensive side. The Black Shirts pitched a shutout. I don't know how many big-time sacks we had. We had our tight ends involved in the offense with down and outs and look-ins over the middle. Zach ran the ball well. The Mac Daddies on the pound and shoot offense gave Gavin a lot of time to pass. We made what I liked about what we did last night was we made Dalton adjust their defense to the bubble screen, and then we went and did something else that they couldn't cover.
Right, the whole game plan was getting the ball to our playmakers, and our playmakers are Brandon Spector and Tyler Putnam, Luke Mosley, Braylon Barton, Davis Allen. Had a couple of catches last night. Those are our playmakers, but the unsung heroes are up front, and I thought our other wide receivers, after watching the tape this morning before I came in, I thought Nate Bonner did a tremendous job blocking on the perimeter, and so did Logan Parker. They didn't get many touches last night, but they did a tremendous job of blocking on the perimeter.
Coach Clay Stevenson was real happy after the game because even on passes that we did not complete, I saw receivers in front of DBs that if it had been completed, for whatever reason it wasn't, that it was going to be a good gain.
Yeah, I thought our perimeter blocking was excellent. Even Zach out of the backfield did a really good job of blocking on the perimeter.
Well, let's take a look at all this outstanding play because it was outstanding. We'll be back to look at the first half highlights. You're watching the Coach Hal Lamb Show. Welcome back, Yellow Jacket football fans. It was not quite as hot as it was the previous Friday, but we got the heat of the day at 4 o'clock, I think, when you guys came out to get ready to play the game. It got hot.
Yeah, it was a little bit warm, but it wasn't near as warm as it was last week, so that was good for our kids. We didn't have as many cramping up as we did last week.
You know, for the practice that you went through, and, you know, I stopped at the Vasicate. And by the way, national anthem being sung by freshman Megan Wright, junior Catherine Stockman, and senior Sarah Green. And Coach, they knocked it out of the ballpark again.
I'm sure they did.
Oh, I mean, it's fantastic. It brings chills to you as you're watching. But in talking with you and the players Friday morning, none of you, including you, wanted to chit chat much. You had your game faces on already, and I could see the guys were ready. And obviously, the week of practice, even though you had to go in shells because of the heat, man, it worked out well.
Yeah, it did. You know, it was a week. You know, anytime it's Dalton week, you know, you're on pins and needles all week long. So our kids were really focused, and I thought they did a good job preparing for the game.
Captains for tonight's game are?
You got Owen Williams, number 18, Matthew Ralston, 70, James Prater, 10, and Porter Law, number 6.
Who gave up his jersey to Bailey Lester, who was number 1 for tonight's game.
Yes, they like to do that and honor their seniors for sure.
Be phenomenal or be forgotten, and I guess the guys were phenomenal at the game.
Yeah, they were. You know, that's what we've talked about. You got to be phenomenal or be forgotten, and I thought our kids really were phenomenal last night.
Yeah, did a nice job, and of course, running through that 290-member band is just that's got to be exciting. And then as you see the Calhoun flag being carried across the field. Yeah, the pep rally got everybody fired up.
Yeah, it did. It was an awesome pep rally, that's for sure.
We won the coin toss, deferred to second half, and Eduardo Fajardo from 10 yards away, toe meets leather, and he nails another line drive. How nice is it to have to start the other team from the 20?
Well, you know, our kicking game may be, our three kickers may be the most improved on the team, because after the first week of practice, I said, oh, Lord, what our kicking game's going to be struggling all year long, but they've really gotten better.
Black shirt defense comes out. We get an illegal procedure on second down after that 6-yard gain, backs them up 5 yards because it's going to make it 2nd and 9. But the black shirts came out and established their identity immediately.
Yeah, you know, when Dalton lined up for the first play, I said, oh my gosh, I didn't realize they were that big, because they were really big up front.
Good size.
Good size, but our kids are a lot more physical up front than theirs was, I think.
Yes, and this is a nice stop right here where you're really close to the ball. James Prater had a good game. The front three had a good game. Yeah, it ripped his lid off. And it's just, everybody had a good game.
That was a big stop there. Anytime you can stop them from getting the first down on the very first series, it's always good.
This kid's got an electric leg.
He is a very good kicker and punter.
Braylon does a good job for you. Almost gets you first down. He gets good 8 yards. And
he gives us a different dimension back there than we've had in the past. You know, we like fair catch guys in the past. You know, like Ryan Randall did a great job last year, fair catching and running sometimes. But Braylon, with his speed, it gives us a little more dimension out there.
Looking down deep for the first pass of the game, and just through the hands. Maybe a little bit overthrown.
I thought he got held about the 35-yard line.
So did I. We get people jumping around here. So it's going to be 2nd and 10. Illegal procedure against the Jackets, back us up 5, but just a momentary delay. So it's going to be 1st and 15. We had a situation they had the play clock running, so they had to reset it to 25. We're up to the 50-yard line.
We missed a play somewhere.
Yes, we did.
We
missed a couple.
Speed sweep.
Speed sweep where we gained 16. Now we're back up.
That's a great job by Nate Bonner there. He blocked 2 guys on that play and got us about a 20-yard gain. Great job by Braylon.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. Maybe the 26. I was maybe a little generous with my 25 mark. Give it to Zach. He pounds hard over right guard, and we're getting a nice push with the Mac
I mean,
Daddies.
that's 5 yards. We'll take that every snap.
Every snap. Tied into the right-hand side. And we go into the corner of the end zone for Mr. Spector. Touchdown, Jackets.
Great throw, great catch. That's how you draw it up.
Yeah, Gavin put the ball right where only Brandon was going to catch it.
And that's against their best corner, too.
Yes, it is. That was on the front page of the Chattanooga Good Times Free Press. Gavin throwing and Brandon Spector catching. All right, snapping's going to be Zane McCracken. Holding will be Peyton Morrow. And kicking will be Elmer Gutierrez, and he nails it to the baseball diamond. We lead 7-0. You couldn't ask for a better start to the game.
No, it was a great start. I think it was a 5 or 6 play drive, and after a 3 and out by the defense, you couldn't ask for much more. We got what we wanted on the coin toss. We won the toss and deferred and got the win, which was very important.
Yeah, it was kind of breezy at the beginning of the game,
Yep.
which felt good to the people on the sidelines. Another touchback. Eduardo has 4 touchbacks on the season.
That's been a pleasant surprise.
It's been great.
Good play by Owen Williams right here on the backside.
Owen was all over their offense, and he really came hard from the weak side a lot. And of course, Bailey Lester schooled their sophomore tackle.
Yeah, they had a good play right here, but we did a good job reading it. I don't think he would have gotten more than about 5 or 6 yards.
I think Canyon disrupted the quarterback's vision and dropped him back. Or CJ was that read it real well. Good pressure on the quarterback.
Good job by James getting a hand on him and everybody else rallying to the ball. Good hit by Brandon Spector.
Finished it strong there at the sideline. Going to force them to punt again. And this is going to be one of their biggest plays of the night, the number of times that they punted. At the 41-yard line. Little shake and bake, and then he gets you 9 yards.
Yep. Good job by Braylon. Good job by the punt return team. And you can't ask for better field position at the 50-yard line, that's for sure.
Made them punt 6 times.
We had a touchdown right here. If Peyton could have gripped it.
Yeah. He got a little bit of a rush from the DB. He's scrambling around, and he probably doesn't have the biggest hands in the world.
Yeah. It was a little double pass that we put in this week for them, and it was definitely a touchdown if we could have gotten it off.
So it brings up 2nd down. Little bubble screen, and wow, look at him retreat.
Good job by Luke Mosley getting probably about 12 yards.
Yes, and Nate had trouble finding somebody to block.
Yeah, he did.
Because they were retreating so much. And they did this for at least the first quarter. Pressure from the backside. Now he got it to the big boy, just put his shoulder down and run over that DB.
Good execution there on the sprint out pass. Put Brandon in motion here. And
we jumped.
yeah, I think we had a penalty.
Yeah, legal procedure. We froze them at the line of scrimmage, and the guys had been down for a while on their 3-point stance. Wing back to the right. Zach bangs in there and runs into Matthew Ralston, and then Dalton brings him down.
Still get a couple.
Yes, we'll take it. 2 receivers to the right-hand side, freeze them right there. We are at their 28-yard line. 2 receivers out left to the wide side. Another bubble screen, look at him retreat.
I think Braylon wish he had this over again, just sprint to the sideline and get about 3 or 4 more yards.
I think he may have gotten more than that because Luke was downfield in front of the DB.
Good block by Zach Fuller on the perimeter. Good throw and good catch on the sideline.
Brandon does this well.
For a first down.
He catches the ball at the sideline and gets his feet down so well. 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Motion. And that motion play worked earlier in the game. They stopped at that time, but we had some success with it.
Yeah, they defended that pretty well.
Bug runs it. He gets a good job when he runs it. I think he hides behind the blockers. Nice cut. Good blocking by the Mac Daddies. Down to the 6-yard line. Down to the 11-yard line.
We got a 3rd down. Is this 3rd down, I think?
Yes, Yes, it is. Third down.
This may be where we call timeout.
Yeah, I think it is. You wanted to look it over.
Well, I really wanted to score another touchdown here because, you know, going up 14 was big right here, and I want to think about this third down call, and they defended it pretty good.
Yeah, Gavin's forced to scramble, and then we tried to find Tyler Putnam, and
Yep.
they had it pretty well defensed,
So we got to kick a field goal.
which is a good thing. Snap's good, the ball's down, the kick is up, and Elmer Gutierrez gives us 3, and he's 2 for 2 on the season.
Good job by Elmer, good snap by Zane McCracken, and good hold by Peyton.
Yeah, I think Elmer's pretty automatic from 35 in.
He's
Or
really
longer.
consistent, and
Yes.
He's accurate for sure.
Toe meets leather as Eduardo kicks it down to the 1-yard line. You'll take that, won't you?
Yep.
Close in, finds a seam, and he gets outside just a little bit and crosses the 30.
Great tackle by Nate Bonner. Really good tackle. I think we had a block in the back there that caused us to miss a tackle on Eric McKnight.
Nate was physical last night. Little flare out to the right-hand side, and they're going to get a good drive going here. Just around 3 minutes left in the first quarter. And they found that, hey, do some quick hitters, quick passes, and we might be able to get some yards.
Yep.
So they changed their offensive philosophy a little bit. 3 receivers out to the left. You know, you're talking about the size of their offensive line. They get real big when they put that 6'7" tight end out there.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe they didn't throw to him. Quarterback scrambles and does a good job, and he gets near the first down. They're going to spot it just inside our 45 at the 44 and a half. And they're going to get the first down.
That was great pressure on the previous play by Bailey Lester.
Yes. He wore that poor offensive tackle out, Coach. Does some check down right through the receiver's hands, and Braylon Barton does the tip, and then we get a little antsy there at the end.
Well, I thought this should have been, you know, we're wrong, but I thought they were wrong too by holding him down. You know, they're holding him down, wouldn't let him up.
Right.
And it needs to be offsetting like it was the rest of the night.
Particularly on our sideline,
Yeah.
which we'll see later on.
Yeah.
Roll out here on the right-hand side on the rollout and get it to the big boy out here, and he continues to run over their best
Like
cornerback.
that. Yep. Good job by good execution.
Logan was pretty fired up there. We've got it at the 27-yard line. 2 receivers up top. Let's run a bubble screen. Now they're playing a little bit tighter. But, geez, Coach, that's a nice move by Luke Mosley.
Good
Breaks
run
through the
by Luke.
tackle.
Very good run.
So the turnover, our first pick of the season, stops our offense, and we've got our offense cooking. We're up to our 47-yard line. 1st and 10. Little big man just keeping the Pistons moving.
Good hard running there. Gets about 4.
Yeah, you'll take 4.
Oh, yeah.
2nd and 6. Fake to bug. Gavin keeps it. And that might have been his shortest run of the night on that particular play. Quarter comes to a close, and we're up 10-0. We're feeling
Yeah, we're
good.
feeling good right now. It's third and 5 here.
Flip the field, go the other way. We're into the wind.
Thought we had a good play here if we catch that ball, but the safety was in on it, and I thought they defended that play well too.
Yeah, the safety did a good job. Punt, we get a sky-high punt, and it takes the wrong roll.
Yep.
Man, if that ball had bounced towards our goal line, I think it would have been traveling about 60 miles per hour.
Well, we're putting into the wind there,
Yes.
so you know you can't obviously get the ball high in the air.
They weren't going to run it anyway. Nice running play by Dalton on 1st down, brings up 2nd and short, about 3 yards to go. We tried to stop him, but he kept legs going, and they do pick up a 1st down. 1st and 10 at their 46.
Great job by Bailey Lester here. He just
knocked-
runs over the running back and makes a sack.
Knocked him on his keister.
Yeah.
Sideline, we interfered with the referee,
Yes.
so that's an automatic 15-yard
Yes.
penalty.
You know, we got to get that corrected.
And it gives them 1st down in our territory. I was surprised at Teague's lack of accuracy.
Yeah, he of course, he had some different receivers last year in the Cobb kid and some other kids, but he didn't throw it as accurate last night as he did last year.
Exactly. Quarterback rolls to the right after a no-gain running play, and the officials take forever to figure out what this is. And I couldn't believe the short official is relying on an official 20 yards downfield with the backs to him. Make the call, young man.
This is a 4th down play here.
Yes.
And really surprised they went for it here. It's 4th and 5. And I thought this was great coverage by John Cale. He makes, there's no such thing as face guarding anymore. I thought that was a great play.
When the ball got into the kid's hands, John Cale's hands were there knocking it loose.
And they call holding on them, so they all set.
Yeah, I didn't think, there is no face guarding in.
Yeah, I thought that was a great play by John Cale after watching the tape.
So, do 4th down all over again, they decide to punt. They had their chance at a
It'd
surprise
been nice
play.
to have that ball at the 50-yard line.
Yes, it would have been. And then this ball takes a right-hand turn and stays in the field of play. Never broke the goal line plane, so they down it at the 1, and they have us in a hole, Coach.
Yeah, that was a tough, we got him back there at 50 yards because he punts it that far, and then he punts one about 30.
He made the right call.
Yeah.
It hit inside the 10, let it go.
Yep.
It just turned the wrong way. We do a quarterback sneak, get us 2 or 3 yards. Now we can operate from our spread offense.
Good protection here. Great job by our front 5 and great throw and catch.
Into double coverage, just to put the ball right where only Brandon could catch it. Great blocking by the Mac.
Yep.
Perfect play. That gets us out of a big hole. 1st and 10 at the 45 for the Jackets, their own 45. There you go. Bug running the.
Yeah, we got Peyton in. We got a little package for Peyton we like to run, and got him in there on a little power read play.
I think we had a lane, Coach.
Yep, if we could just, catch that ball, we might have got some yards. 35 looked like he played it pretty good.
We had some blockers out there.
Mm-hmm.
Faked it, Zach, and I'm like Davis. I'm not real. The ball got tipped at the line of scrimmage.
Yep. That just wasn't good execution there.
I think a good rush on us. It's a good high punt into the wind, and the hang time eliminates any return, so they have it 79 yards away from our goal line. Yardage wasn't great last night, but they didn't hurt us on returns.
No, as long as, you can put them at the 20-yard line each time and make them go 80. That's a good job by our defense here, rallying to the ball. Even though we got 5 or 6, we still run into the ball well.
Yes, we had a lot of black shirts and gold hats on the ball. Braylon playing some bump coverage out here. They had a big hole here, and then Brandon saves a touchdown.
Yep. We had one missed assignment on that play there, and that when you have one missed assignment, it costs you.
It did on that play.
Good effort by Brandon, though, saving the touchdown.
1st and 10 at our 40, and now here comes the defense. Good job by Zeke, Big Dog, and Owen Williams. Zeke had a good game.
Yep, Zeke continues to play well. Canyon's been a pleasant surprise for us. He's playing well, and therefore we can play Andrew on offense.
Only, except for late in the game.
Yep.
Oh, my golly.
Our kids aren't afraid to hit, that's for sure.
Well, they were hitting. That's the 2nd time on the sideline. And here comes Owen Williams. He scared the runner to death. I think the runner ducked so we can get his head taken off. Chop block against them.
Yep, chop block by the right tackle.
On Zeke.
Yeah.
I mean, we saw that from the press box. He just got him good. Quarterback rolls to the left. He's looking for somebody out there, and that's what I'm talking about is inaccuracy because the kid's open.
Yep, he is.
The fastball was just a little high and wide all night because this kid's a really good baseball pitcher. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. They're going to go tight end left. And you look at this team, they've got good size on this offensive line.
And they'll be fine. This
yeah.
is their first game. First game of the year.
There you go. Get him.
Going to get back-to-back sacks right here, I believe.
By Mr. Lester. Number 7, he's having nightmares about number 1. They started last night. There he goes, and he held him. Yeah, that's right. Go ahead and hold my jersey. I'll get the sack.
Good job by Bailey Lester.
Yeah. Yeah, somebody doesn't take him at the next level.
Yeah, crazy.
Yeah, they're missing the boat. We put a little rush on him, Coach.
Yeah, got a little punt block call there, and we almost got it. Man, what a punt. This is Braylon's got to get away from that ball.
This is what we were saying in the press box. Just come to the sideline. You're not going to catch it. Get
If it
away.
hits the ground, we got to get away.
And it finally did break the plane.
Yeah, thank goodness.
Yeah, the kid's got an electric leg. And he warms up so casually when
Yeah.
you watch him. It's
His
just
brother was the one earlier, that kicked
Yeah.
at Georgia Southern.
Right.
Yeah, I think. I'm
Yeah,
not
that's
100%, but
Yeah, I was told it was his brother. This kid's got it, and he's only a junior. We'll see him again next year. Nice run, nice hole.
yep. Good job on the old traditional buck sweep there out of the shotgun.
Yeah, little wing T action.
Mm-hmm. We're close here. Gavin would like to have that throw back, but
Well,
wasn't bad.
Luke would have got it if the new tall grass hadn't got him.
Well, at this point, this was a great third down run right here by John Kell getting the first down.
Because he was stopped at
Yeah,
the 28.
yes, he was.
We needed to get to the 30, and he got it.
Well, I wanted to run the clock out here because we're against the wind. I certainly didn't want to punt to them to give them some momentum going to halftime. So, we're trying to run the clock out. I'm really surprised they didn't call timeout, to be honest with you. They had 2 in their pocket.
And I was surprised in the second half, Coach. And went home with 2 more.
Yeah.
Little bubble screen out here to Brandon Spector, and why not throw it to the Haas? We're up to the 30-yard line after that holding penalty against us.
They had a good play there, but it just got us on the run through on the backside.
Yeah, they did. We were trying to get Braylon Barton to the outside on a sweep. Wing to the right. Give it to John Kell again. He's got quick feet, Coach.
Good run by John Kell there, and there's about 9 seconds. They put 9 seconds back on the clock.
Yeah, and they did run some time off when he called timeout. So we punt, and for the second week in a row, we're going to get
What's the odds of that happening?
slim to none. Fair catch, free kick. And then, folks, this is a 57-yard field goal attempt.
Oh, he can
or
make it.
67-yard field goal.
He can make it for sure.
Oh,
This is what we wanted to do with Adam right here. All those years we had Adam Griffith, we'd have loved to do this. But we never had the opportunity.
he lines up and he puts his foot to the ball. Watch where this ball lands. To the left of the upright. And if it had been on direction, it may have gone over the crossbar. So no time goes off the clock because it's like a kickoff, a touchback. We do a victory play and we run out the clock, which we did. We ran out the clock at the end of the first half. We ran out the clock at the end of the game.
That's nice.
That's nice. Victory plays are nice, yeah. So we go in at halftime?
Well, we make some minor adjustments offensively. We put in a couple of plays, variations of some plays that we like based on what we saw in the first half. And then defensively, there wasn't much changing at all. Just keep doing what you're doing. And it worked out for us in the second half, obviously.
Yeah, because you're anticipating they're going to defense and take away this bubble screen.
Well, they do so much on defense. They'll give you a 4-man front with 1 linebacker. They'll give you a 4-man front with 2 linebackers, and then they'll go to a 3-man front with 2 linebackers. And it's tough to prepare for all that. And we think they're going to come out with a different, some type of adjustment in the second half, but we really don't know exactly what they're going to do.
Whatever we talked about at the halftime, and one of the things it worked. We were worried about you. Got to remind the guys there's still 24 minutes left of football, and they did well.
For sure. Yep.
Absolutely.
24 minutes left, and we told them, the first drive of the third quarter's the most important. And when we scored that touchdown, it was a big touchdown, obviously.
Yeah, huge drive. Just sit there and relax. Kick back in that Barker Lounger, get your Daddy-O's donut, because you're going to watch the pride of Georgia's Northland, the best doggone band in the land, 290 strong, marching on the field, led by Director Larry Brown, Assistant Director Sarah Knapp, and onto the field by Drum Major Sarah Green. You're watching the Coach Hal Lamb Show.
The pride of Georgia's Northland, Calhoun marching Yellow Jackets.
Welcome back to the second half, and made some minor adjustments. Reminded the guys that you have 24 minutes to play, and we get the ball to start the second half. And well, you started the game great, and you're going to start the second half just as great.
Well, I was surprised they didn't take the win the third quarter. I was glad we got what we wanted again. We got the ball and the win in the third quarter, which was important.
Exactly.
It wasn't a whole lot of win, but it was enough to matter.
Particularly if you're going to go for a 35, 38-yard field goal.
Yep.
And he did us a favor by kicking it out of bounds.
Very much so.
He did not kick as well in the second half as he did in the first half. He may have gotten tired all the times he had to punt. Throw a bubble screen out here to Brandon Spector.
Again, it wasn't great execution, but we get 5 yards because of who we're throwing it to.
Exactly.
He makes people miss.
He's going to get bigger and stronger, Coach. This is what we didn't see last week. Pump, don't throw, run the ball.
Yes.
Keep the play alive.
This was a great job by Davis Allen. We got what we want right here on the pop pass. All week we choked it down about 6 or 7 yards, but Davis saw number 17 playing over the top, and there he goes right down the middle.
And the only thing he said to me after the game was, I got my brother's slow feet. First and goal for the Jackets in the third quarter has opened up fantastic. And we're going to get a penalty against them.
Yeah, they got 12 people on the field.
Yes, they do. Gavin's counting his own, making sure we have 11. No, I don't. Yeah. 12 players. Coach is just making sure the referee understands that.
Well, I thought they were calling it a delayed game, and I was...
Yeah, that was the delay of game signal. Yeah. At time. Give it to Zach, and he gets his second rushing touchdown of the season.
Good job by our sumo team.
Yes, it was.
Getting it in the end zone.
16-0. Let's let Elmer kick it through the uprights. Zane McCracken snapping, Peyton Morrow holding, and a right-footed kicker, Elmer Gutierrez, nails it. 17-0, Coach, and there's a minute 41 off the clock.
Mm-hmm. That was a big drive, and it was a short drive.
Yes. Well, after the big pass play,
Yeah.
big 60-yard pass play. And once again, a really nice kick, right down, did not go into the end zone, about as close as you could get, and then we stop him at the 22-23.
I tell you, we've worked really hard on our, Coach Perkins has done a good job with our special teams, and we worked really hard on our kickoff team, and it's showing.
They tried to run a little slant out there after the run fake, but once again, the quarterback is low and outside with the fastball. And then we just stuff them up. There's James Prater.
James is continuing to play well, and that was Eric McKnight, number 67, in there. And Eric's really been a team guy. We had him at number 15 earlier in the year, and then we needed some help at depth at left tackle, and he said, Coach, I'll do it. So we had to change his number.
To 67.
Yeah.
And it's worked out well.
Yep.
Because he's getting some size on him.
Yeah, yes. I was not happy about this call. I was really surprised it was offsetting.
You were a lot closer to it than us.
Yeah. I mean, number one retaliated, I guess you'd say, but he kept coming back, and I thought it should have been on him and not on us. But
Braylon Barton had a nice hit, and that ball came loose momentarily. But he went down low and got a nice tackle. And once again, they've got a nice drive going here.
another good tackle by Brandon Spector.
He seems to be able to get a hold of your feet. Mm-hmm. Thank goodness, early in the game. Quarterback drops back, looking for Guy, and that was a nice play by Braylon.
Great job by breaking on the ball by Braylon.
Boy, he closed fast. Got his hand in there. Fake to the running back, slant on the left-hand side, and they find number 87. Nice play. That's your middle linebacker going out to help the DBs.
There's Eric McKnight
Yep.
making a play.
Big sack by Eric. Yeah, he got a lot of playing time last night.
Yeah, we got 5 linebackers we got to get in the game, and with Davis and Lester and Owen Williams, and you throw Colin Baggett and Eric McKnight in there.
Quarterback did a nice recovery after he fumbled that snap, and he found Nasser Love down there, and deep passing. They're threatening, Coach, at our 15. And then they're at our 10.
Good tackle by Davis Allen.
Second down from the 10-yard line. They're going to take a timeout and talk about it. Or we took a timeout.
Yeah, we had Coach Hobb asked for a timeout, and he needed to regroup. So go ahead. And it was a good timeout too, because we stopped them right there on second and about 5, so it was 3rd and short, or 3rd and 3, somewhere around there. And this was a great job by Owen Williams. Tight end thought he was going to free release, and
Owen stuffed him.
yep, Owen stuffed him and allowed pressure to get to him.
And Canyon Turner came up with a fumble recovery.
Yep.
So we get the ball back. Yeah, I noticed on that defensive timeout, our guys were just a little on their heels, and it was a good mental timeout.
Yep.
So we're going to try to get back down the field and see what we can do with it. 5:34 left in the quarter when we took over this possession. They stuffed that one up pretty good, but look at the little guy running. They thought they had him stuffed
Yep.
for a loss. He ends up across the 20, Coach.
Great effort. So it's 3rd and 1 or 2 here.
Yes, from the 21.
Great throw and catch here. Got Davis wide open on the little out route. And
It's nice to throw to a 6'5" guy.
yes, it is.
He just reached up, guy, and the kid has good hands.
A 6'5" guy that's an athlete.
Yes.
Craig, should have been a penalty.
Yeah. We run Zach to the left, and that's not his forte, running wide.
No, we got to get him north and south.
Yep. 2 receivers, right, 1 left. Gavin drops straight back. Here we find Zeke, the big dog, breaks a tackle. Your tight ends have become a receiving force.
Good catch by Zeke. Good execution.
We call them H-backs, tight ends. They're doing a good job.
Yes, they are.
As the 3rd guy on the line of scrimmage on that side. Fake to Logan. Gavin rolls to the right, keeps the play alive.
That's a great job by Gavin getting rid of the football. And then we got ineligible downfield. I think we had the whole line downfield, which,
Because of the scramble.
yeah.
Yeah. I think the line thought Gavin was going to run.
Yeah.
But that's okay. Yeah, Gavin put it in a spot where if Brandon makes a spectacular catch, great. If not, they don't catch it. Drop straight back, scramble to the left-hand side, pump fake, and they're going to get him.
Yeah, not very good back-to-back plays there.
3rd down from our 39-yard line. We're getting down just under 3 minutes to play in the 3rd quarter. And Luke swore he had this ball.
Well, he either caught it or he didn't. We don't need a 5-minute conversation about whether the ball hit the ground or not.
Well, our comment in the booth was that thank goodness we did have an instant replay because we'd still been there 5 minutes later, like they do in college and pros. Yeah, the officials just make the call. Nice punt, good hang time, and maybe one more bounce would have put him deeper, but we'll take it.
Still not bad.
No, we'll take that.
Again, we're not getting any return, which is definitely a bonus.
Very tight window to get that into. They had an illegal receiver downfield. But that was good drop back coverage by the
Yes, it was.
linebackers.
Yep. Sprint out again and backside. Good job rallying to the ball.
Yeah, Braylon does a good job. I noticed they're double teaming Bailey Lester now. There was some yeah during the game, wasn't
yeah.
there?
And that's what happens in a rivalry.
Yeah. Gets a little intense. Tight end to the right, 2 receivers left. Quarterback dropping straight back.
You're right. It's actually wasn't
Nah,
as
is
good
it?
as it normally is.
No, it isn't. Wasn't, and that's okay. But, it has something to do with people in his face, and we do a good job of stuffing us at the line of scrimmage. That's your middle linebacker in on the bottom of that hit, Mr. Davis, the Mad Stork,
Yeah.
Ted Hendricks.
Good coverage over there by Peyton underneath it and Braylon over the top.
Yeah, if he can go 5 yards out of bounds, he can make the catch. Good D. Quarterback rolls to the left, looks, wants to throw. Oh, the turf monster's got him, but Bailey Lester scared him.
Again, that's pressure by Bailey. Good job by Bailey. He's done it all night.
End of the third quarter, we're up 17-0. We'll flip the field and let's see what Dalton can do with this ball. Showing blitz with Bailey. They double team, they hold him, drag him to the ground, they throw deep.
And got behind us here, which isn't good. And luckily, he just drops it.
Yeah, that was a catchable ball.
But they call holding.
So it would have gone,
Yep.
would have come back anyway. And they did hold Bailey.
Yep.
I mean, they drug him to the ground. Kicks the ball away from Braylon, and then it takes an immediate left-hand turn and goes out of bounds. And Braylon getting a little respect there from the punter.
Yeah, he sure is.
Yeah. I don't want to kick it to him.
The only bad throw Gavin made all night long.
I agree. Yep, I agree. He just got in a hurry with that throw. Because that DB had a beat on that ball.
Again, we get about 2 or 3 on the power read. Good job by Gavin. So it's 3rd and 8, I think.
Yes.
And they got pressure coming. Great job by Gavin. Stayed in there and get upfield, Luke.
Please.
North and south, Luke.
He got across the 45. But hey, Gavin put that right on the number 5. And that was a long pass.
Yes, it was.
That pass covers a lot of yardage. 1st and 10 for the Jackets.
There we go. That's what we're looking for.
Look at him running downfield, number 11. Got the ball just into their territory at their 45 and a half.
There we go. Now we're getting some running lanes in there. Good job by Zach. Good job up front with our offensive linemen. They're doing a really good job.
Late penalty flag comes in
Not offsetting.
again.
Davis turns into a different person on the football field.
Yes,
Everybody
he does.
knows that, doesn't he?
Yeah. That's why I call him the Mad Stork. Yeah, his intensity level ratchets up
Yes,
about
it does.
1,000%. Yeah, you would never know it in pregame, walking down the hallway. He's the same way on the baseball mound.
He's a competitor, that's for sure.
But when it's time to make a play, look out. Nice
Again,
read,
good job
Coach.
by Gavin getting 5 yards.
If he lets Zach take that, it's a half-yard gain.
Yep, he's managing the game very well.
2 receivers to the right. Give it to Zach, powers in the left-hand side. I'll tell you what, the Mac Daddies, Andrew Clements, Josh Hales, Ben King,
J.C. Fuller, Matthew Ralston.
doing a good job up there. Coach Mack was happy. He says, baby steps. He
Yeah,
says,
that's
we got
right.
better baby
That's
steps.
right. That was 3rd and 1, and I tell you what, Zach is really good at knowing the situation.
Yep.
You got 1 yard, usually he's going to get it.
He pounds in there over left guard, picks up a couple, gets it down to the 19-yard line, and folks, this is a long drive.
Yeah, we're just trying to run the clock out here and obviously score.
Yep. And Gavin's doing a good job of running the play clock down to 5 seconds
Yes, he is.
before he calls for the snap.
Throws it out here to Braylon at quick screen, and we get about 6, I think, maybe.
Yeah, I think they're going to end up spotting this at about the 8. Third down. I think this is the 3rd down play from the 8.
Where to?
No, I'm sorry, 12.
We throw it out here again. Again, that's 3 or 4 yards that we like.
Now we're at the 8.
I mean, that's just a running play is all it is for us.
Extended handoff. Yep. Working that clock down.
This is the one where I bet them offensive linemen are saying, "What? I got to stay in this stance this long?"
Exactly. Their thighs are burning. Knock Zach for a 2-yard loss back to the 10.
We didn't block them very well right there.
No. Second down from the 10. Pick up 2 yards that we lost. It's going to be third down from the 8, goal to goal. 3 receivers bunched up on the right-hand side. This is a good job by Gavin to keep this play alive. Avoids the rush,
Great throw, great catch.
and he got it in there,
Yes.
left it on the outside. Yeah, Gavin extended that play, and good read by Luke, who changed his route and came back to Gavin.
Yes. Gavin made some plays with his feet tonight or last night. He, with scrambling and getting rid of the ball when he needed to, and he ran the ball well, effectively. Again, I thought Gavin probably improved more than anybody on the field from last week to this week.
Snap's good. The ball's down. It's on its way to Uthkaloga. Jackets lead 24-0. That was a 14-play, 5-minute, 36-second drive, 75-yard drive, and that iced the game.
Mm-hmm.
And that score came with 5:06 left. And
I thought we were going to get the ball here, kind of fumbling around. Big hit by somebody there. Was that Bailey?
I think it was Bailey, of course. Yeah, playing bocce ball with the football. Quarterback rolls to the right-hand side. And quarterback did a good job of scrambling, getting out of bounds, but they didn't use their timeouts much here in the last 5 minutes. So
They used one right here because they couldn't. They were confused here.
this is the only one, and they go to the house with 2 more. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, they're going to take the timeout, and instead of taking 60 seconds, it took about 20, and they were back on the field ready to go. Out of bounds. Kid made a nice
Bailey
catch.
Lester's being really, really physical when he rushes that passer. The running backs don't want any of him.
No. Yeah, number 1's all over him. That ball was tipped at the line of scrimmage.
Good job by Zeke, batting it down.
Big dog got his big paw up there. Knocked that pass down. And this punt slides off his foot to the right-hand side and goes out of bounds at about our 35. So, Coach, we're going to get the ball back. And there's not much time left on the clock. About 4:24. And then your pound and shoot offense, your Mac Daddies take over.
Great run by Zach. Good blocking up front. We're trying to milk the clock a little bit here and just kind of run it out and end this game.
16-yard gain. That helps the stats. At one point in the fourth quarter, we had 300 yards passing and 100 yards rushing, and we ended up somewhere around there, a little bit more by the time the game ended. Good offensive production by the pound and shoot offense, and of course, doesn't get better than a shutout for the black shirts.
We got some other linemen in there.
Yes, you
Here
do.
we got Jaden Curtis at left guard. He's a sophomore, going to be really good. There's Eric McKnight in there, 67. They're knocking that guy 20 yards off the ball. You got Jacob Haynes at right guard, Matthew Tulamondo at center. You got Dawson Hamby, a 10th grader, at right tackle. You got left tackle Kendez Griffin, a 10th grader.
Yep.
Real high on our 10th grade lineman, that's for sure.
Yeah, look at, they're doing a nice job.
We got David Braden in there at tight end. He's a 10th grade. Got Jake Morrow in there at quarterback now. He's a 10th grader. Julian Ipack running the ball there is the 10th grader.
So you got your sophomore team out
Dawson Mashburn at wide receiver, 27. Max Nesbitt, 21. Caden Charles, 35. Good run by Julian there. Game's history.
Put it in the book.
Yep.
Jackets did a good job. Congratulations again, 24-0 victory, a completely dominating game. They only ran 24 offensive snaps, which includes punts, in the second half. 24 plays.
That's what we like. Is I know Coach Hobb loves that. He hadn't mentioned that. He don't know that yet, so I'll make sure he understands that.
Yeah, well,
He loves that.
Oh yeah, yeah, you're absolutely right. I saw Hobb, the younger Tommy, Coach Tommy, after the game, and I said, I know Dad's beat it back to Vasa Kate, but I said he's got to be having at least 1 or 2 smiles. So I said, just say something to him for me and let him smile one more time, because I stop into the office to see him that he shares with Coach Mike Davis. He just so matter of fact, so
Oh,
business. I mean, he is just
Yep.
focused.
He loves watching that computer and watching those plays and breaking them down. He does a really, really good job at that.
He's always drawing up something,
Yep.
always drawing something up. Folks, we're going to take a time out. We're going to come back and look at the stingers, the plays of the game, and we're going to talk about the pipeline. We got one of our younger teams that played this past week. You're watching the Coach Hal Lamb Show. Welcome back, black and gold football fans, to the Coach Hal Lamb Show, and we are ready for the plays of the game, the stingers, and we have a multitude of plays to pick from. So we're going to roll them here. And
Yep, there's some good ones.
there are a lot of good ones. Quarterback rolls to the right.
Bailey Lester with the running over of the running back and making a sack.
From that point forward, the running back did not want to block number one for the rest of the game. Nice sack. He tried to get us a jump off sides.
And this is another good defensive play. I think this is the one where Zeke and Owen make a play on the backside. Yep.
Yeah.
Good job by Zach and Owen Williams.
The right tackle tried to tackle Zeke, but they couldn't get to him. Big dog and Owen tackling. Quarterback's going to look to the right and tip drill.
Great pick by Braylon.
Went right through the hands, and Braylon was there to snag that errant pass.
Nice job on putting pressure on the quarterback as well. And we got Eduardo kicking in the end zone.
Fajardo
I think
giving.
this is the opening kickoff, if I'm not mistaken. Yep.
I believe it was. And he has 4 touchbacks on the season. So let's turn it over to his partner, his buddy.
Yep, Elmer.
Gutierrez nails another field goal. He's perfect on his extra points and field goals. His second of the season. Extend the lead at that point 10-0.
And then we got the touchdown pass to Brandon, the first touchdown of the game.
Yeah, first score of the game. How many times do you practice that play against air in practice?
A lot.
A lot. And that's why it looks so good
Yep.
against competition. Great throw, great catch.
And we got the pass to Davis Allen down the middle of the field.
A little later in the game.
Yeah, it was a good call by Coach Davis. 17's kind of lost right here.
Well, and they're too high with their safeties. Davis splits them.
Great job.
Davis puts his hand up. Gavin here, and he's off to the races.
I'm going to have to get some speed training for Davis. He is 6'5", 210, though. We'll give him.
I'll take a 60-yard pass
Yeah.
play anytime. This is a nice job by Gavin to extend this play.
Yeah, very good by Gavin.
Throwing off the wrong foot against the grain, gets the touchdown pass.
Good job.
Luke Mosley had a good job. Outstanding plays, and it's a lot of fun to go through these stingers. All right, let's talk about the pipeline because we had a young team playing.
Yeah, middle school played their first game last Thursday and beat Dalton. Went to Dalton and beat Dalton 34-12. So real excited about our middle school football team.
JVs will start this coming week.
No, not this Thursday, just the following Thursday.
Following Thursday?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, I know it feels like they've been practicing forever, and they have been, but we're going to get them going the following Thursday at Ringgold.
At Ringgold, that'll be good. How did we come out of the game health-wise?
We're okay. You know, we're nobody was injured last night that I know of, and you know, bumps and bruises. We'll be glad to get Drew Rutledge back next week. He probably could have played last night, but didn't want him to take another shot on that thigh and set him back another 2 or 3 weeks. But he'll be ready next week.
I was talking to him through walkthrough, and he was pumped.
Yeah.
And I said, when? He says, well, if they really need me, tonight. And I said, when have you been cleared to play? He says, Monday. I said, we'll see you Monday on the practice field. Yeah, he's ready to go. Folks, if you'd like to watch the Boys of Fall and why wouldn't you?
I need to mention the Touchdown Club, sorry.
All right, you want to do that first,
Yeah.
Calhoun Touchdown Club?
Yeah. October the 11th, you need to save that date. We're having a golf tournament, Touchdown Club golf tournament at Fields Ferry at 1 o'clock. It would be awesome if you could get a team and come
Sign
play a
up.
little golf. We're gonna practice in the morning because it's fall break. So, you know, I don't know if I'll be playing, but I'll be out there and the coaches will be out there. It'll be a fun day.
You're not going to golf as
No,
much as you like?
Football season, I can, I put them up.
All righty. If I need to take an over/under on whether Coach Clay and Coach Hal golf during this tournament.
That's 50-50 right now.
There, see there. Okay, there we go. All right, hey, if you'd like to watch the boys of fall any number of times that you want, go to calhountdclub.com. You can watch this outstanding victory in any of the other games. We'd like to thank our director, Louis Reyes, our producer, Grant Lewis, handling the audio, Will Bryan, and Eduardo Fajardo, our kickoff guy, handling some of the audio. So thanks again for tuning in and watching. You've been watching the Coach Hal Lamb Show.